I was about 19 years old, I would suppose, because it was a year after I went, so I've been around 19 years old. And Kathy was this long-haired, small girl. We kind of hit it off the very first time we saw each other.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yes, Lord.
Now tell her about that long-haired, curly, skinny person you met.
Yeah, he was very shy, and I was, the little mouthy girl. And I would come into class, and it was so funny because I saw him in the hallway, and he's like got this big bushy hair and just, thin and as a rail.
And I was pretty skinny. I weighed 135 pounds at the time, so I was pretty thin. This is still beautiful, though.
Oh, yeah. In 2002, I had had some problems, but really didn't think it was anything major, and felt something on my right side of my abdomen that was uncomfortable. I went to the doctor, and I told him, he said, "How are you?" And I said, "I think we've got a problem." And then I went in and had blood work done and went and saw Dr. Miller, OBGYN, and he checked everything over and said that we needed to go in there and find out what this growth was. And so I ended up having a total hysterectomy at that time. Then I did 6 rounds of chemo at the cancer center with Dr. Hoppin and the staff, and came through that real well, and went 10 years with nothing showing up, everything good. And then out of the blue, I was sick one weekend, went to the ER, and through testing we found out that it was back. And then I went for 4 years after I had more surgery, I had chemo, and I had radiation done. And then I ended up going 4 more years until I was just diagnosed this past February. And so I'm still in the process of going through chemo and hoping to be done soon. But anyway, it's just been, kind of a roller coaster ride. You're fine for a while, and then it starts back in again.
Well, I was at work and been moving a lot of furniture, and I had a pain on my back, so I actually thought it was just for moving the furniture. So my doctor told me to take the week off and see how things went. So this was like probably a Monday or Tuesday, I think. And so by that Saturday, I was having breathing problems and ended up going to the hospital at Sarah Bush. And by the end of the week, after having 2 stents put in, they also told me I had multiple myeloma, which is a blood cancer. So that was the beginning of a long, tenuous time fighting the cancer. So it was saying that the average lifespan of somebody with multiple myeloma is 6 years. Well, I'm at 6 years right now. And obviously, there's a reason I'm still here, so I hope it's because I'm going to help somebody.
I think all of our family and friends, we've got a support system that's marvelous. I mean, the people at the cancer center have just been, tried and true. I mean, we've been in and out of there so many times, and had numerous dealings, with all of the doctors and the staff, and they've bent over backwards, trying to get things right for us and to try and alleviate any stress that, we're going through, and we really appreciate, all that everybody's done for us.
But it's actually a kind of a independent ride for each person. I mean, there's a lot you have to do for yourself to be strong to get through it. And she's one of the strongest people I know, so she did it easier than I did, I think.
I'm just stubborn, not strong.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Well, I don't know, but you've done very well.
We're not medically trained, but, when you've been down that road, it does make it, I mean, the doctors can tell you all these things, but then when you've actually been through it, you can probably give people a more clear picture. And, we've tried to do that with anybody that, asked us. And we told Dr. Shakir and Dr. Jacqueline Moody that anytime anybody, needed someone to talk to, that we'd be more than happy to. And so we really appreciated that they had enough faith in us, you know, to do the right thing and say the right thing. You know, we've just always had a good relationship, never had children, so, you know, it was just the two of us, and so, you know, if you saw one, you saw the other. In fact, when we went to the doctor's office today, the receptionist there calls us the Bradford pair, because if you see one, you see the other. Very rarely do you see one without the other.